is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, here's Turpin. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10.
Let's go.
On the play fake, it's Milton. That's complete to Cavante Turpin. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard.
Come on, come on.
They'll fake the give, and now it's Milton. Headed left, buying time. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
That's taken in. And he's going to pick up the Cowboys' first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive. Milton going to look to throw it again. Moving outside the pocket. Off he goes. The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover. And it's actually going to wind up a first down.
Ready, break. Let's go now.
From the gun, here's Milton. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes.
A loss of 11. It's second and 21 at the 40-yard line.
Got it.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Packers on top. We're back to Arlington in a moment. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football, and they are facing a second and long.
On the set.
Play action. Now it's Milton. This one is caught by Turpin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. A big play for the Cowboys. 31 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's first and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Rolling right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll take this one in. Luke Schoonmaker. Touchdown, Dallas. That his first touchdown this year.
And that's just another element that defenses have to worry about when playing a team like this. You match up with all their skill guys in the route concept, but then there's nobody left to account for the quarterback, and he ends up making the play. Big-time finish, big-time play, and they end this drive with 6.
And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
On first down, it's Love. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. That's Deron Bland on the just in there to make the play. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Come on, set.
In motion, Reed. A 2nd down throw for Love. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Here we go. Blues 50, green.
The man in motion is Watson. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And he's not going to get anything out of this one. They force him laterally out of bounds. No gain on the return.
At their own 41-yard line.
Ready? Let's go.
Milton now to throw on 1st and 10. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they will finally run him down. A big play for the Cowboys. 31 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
That one swung out to Blue, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Throwing again is Milton. Throw left side, caught by Ferguson. And he will score! Jake Ferguson. Touchdown Cowboys. Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Cowboys will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. And that ball incomplete over the middle. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
On the set. Here we go. Set. Set. Cut.
From the gun, it's Love. That's caught. It's Marshawn Lloyd. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple, and now we've got third down coming up.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Ready.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Let's go now. Set.
To throw is Love. They work this out wide for Lloyd. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
On now is Lucas Haversick for the field goal. This officially a 58-yard attempt. This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout, and they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. Milton to the air on 2nd down. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Try and throw with Milton. This one down the field, but going to wind up incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down. Really nice play.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
Down. Ready.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game, and a quick first down. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Set. Ready. 45. Ready.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. He's got space inside the 25. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half.
Here we go. Cut.
Love to throw it on 1st down. That's caught by Golden, right side. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Now his timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
And it's third down.
They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard.
Ready. 50.
Love to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. To the goal line and in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay. That's his 2nd touchdown tonight.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Is good. That ties the game at 14.
So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And a big mistake there. He's out of bounds, back inside his own 5-yard line.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Let's go.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Milton. Now he'll air one out. That is brought in. Still going. And he will dive into the end zone. 99 yards. Touchdown, Dallas.
Mike, I'm not sure how else to put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Come on. Set.
On first down, they'll start with Mixon. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Get this over the middle to Golden. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Ready. Set.
They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And he will have a Packers first down. Able to convert. It's 3rd and short, and they pick up 4.
The Packers first down. A 5-yard gain on the play.
Ready.
First down, Packers.
On the ground, it's Mixon. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Demarion Overshown there on the tackle.
1-yard gain.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 9.
43-yard
Let's
line.
go.
the gun. Here's a give to Mixon. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in the second half. That grab gets them a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll take it on in. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Packers.
Well, Mike, whatever message this coaching staff had at halftime, it clearly worked. They came out fast to start this second half. Big-time play downfield. Now, can they build on some of this momentum here as they start the 3rd quarter?
His kick is good. That ties the game at 21 apiece.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. On the return, here's Turpin. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
So on 1st and 10, here's Milton. In trouble, and down he goes. Micah Parsons getting in there to bring him down. His 1st sack of the season.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Milton. On a short throw, caught by Ferguson. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
A throw on the move is caught. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
To the left side, he's got Ferguson. Who was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. You certainly don't want to be wasting downs at this stage of the game, but with nothing open, I can't really blame them. There was really nowhere to go with the ball. You don't want to start throwing into tight coverage, and he just has to simply throw that one away.
Ready, set.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hey, Moses. Go.
They'll go. Here's Milton. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
Down. Set.
A They'll run here with Mixon.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
He'll let one go down the middle. That's caught. That long one's going to bring them first and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this.
Ready?
Tie game, fourth quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to first and goal. They'll run here with Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal?
Ready?
On second down, Love. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Green Bay. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Now, the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers go up by 7. 28-21. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Get it!
First carry now for Jaden Blue. And he'll take this up past the 40, pickup of 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's second down and 4.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
From the gun, here's Milton. Open man down the field is Turpin. And he will score. Devontae Turpin. Touchdown, Dallas. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So after the penalty, this slightly easier from the 10. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready. Cut.
On first down, it's Love. That one underneath here to Mixon. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up second and 7.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 7.
Ready, ready. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
It's third down and 7 yards to go.
Here we go. Ready.
Now Now Love. He's going to look for the home run ball. This is intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Milton now on 1st and 10. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 23, here's 2nd and a yard.
Ready! Ready!
Get out of the gun is Milton. That one swung out to Blue. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
You get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
Well, left side, caught by Ferguson. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
2nd and 1.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
To the air once more is Milton. Flush to his right. That's complete to Blue. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this.
Ready up.
Needing to convert here on 3rd and inches.
Here we go. Strike. Cougar 19.
They'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Throwing again is Milton. And he's in. Jaden Blue. Touchdown Cowboys. Now Aubrey for the extra point. Now whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So even after the penalty, they're not going to rethink things. They'll stick with going for 1. A little bit easier following the penalty, and the kick is good. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. This is 1st and 10.
Ready. Cut.
From the gun, it's Love. This one is caught by Reed. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10.
Cycle. 33. Yellow. Cut.
Here's Love to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. First down, Packers.
And a Packer first down.
Ready. Down. Red.
Throwing is Love. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here is first and goal.
Here we go, set. Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And it comes with 15 seconds to play in the game. Back to the 5-yard line now. Second down and goal.
Set, hut. 10 black. Striker, 3-3. Hut, hut.
To throw is Love. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to third and goal.
Ready, ready.
In motion, Reed. From the gun, on third down, it's Love. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but me, my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
The game, 35-35.
Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line.
Okay.
They'll come up for first and 10.
Red. Mikey,
From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
Pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Here we go. One final play. On the run to the right. Going up top. That ball intercepted. And he'll be taken down. And that means we are going to overtime. So, overtime coming up, and remember the rules now were changed in the offseason. They're the same as the overtime playoff rules. So each team gets to possess the football once. If you score a touchdown in the opening drive, it's no longer a walk-off. The other team can match it. From then on, it's next score wins. Each team gets 3 timeouts. Any defensive score ends the game. All replay challenges come from upstairs, and we play 1 overtime period. If it's still tied, that's the way the game ends. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Let's go. Panther 60. Go.
They'll start this on the ground with Blue. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Moore to return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football.
At their own 36-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 36.
Set, ready. 50, green. Set, hunt.
They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target, and it's going to be third down.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
He's going to air this one out, and that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And he's going to lose yardage on this return. Tried to retreat, but is covered up.
At their own 29-yard line.
Let's go now.
The drive starts with a carry by Blue. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The 30-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Get it. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
To throw, it's Milton. He's got that complete to Turpin. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
On 3rd and short, they go with Blue. And that'll keep the drive going. He's got the first down up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 2.
That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Hold it ready. Warriors 70. Tag. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Looking to throw, it's Milton. The throw here is complete.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Milton to the air on 2nd down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he is out of bounds. 13 yards on the catch there. That's good for a Dallas first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20s. They get 24 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal.
This kick is good. He got it. So it's a win for the Cowboys. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. Final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we say so long from Arlington.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector. Shorten it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated guild.